Lego Lord of the Rings minifigure collection. Before we start the video, I want to answer a few questions off the bat. How did I acquire these figures? Well, I've been collecting since the theme retired in 2014, and I've been buying figures and sets every year since then. And that's given me a lot of time to build up a solid collection when you're really into the theme, really into Lego. Secondly, the figures and the theme itself were not really that expensive until late 2020. If you look at the prices historically, they were not expensive. If you were buying this instead of other new Lego sets and you were a serious collector, you could pretty easily have this kind of collection. And even now, Star Wars has Finch Dallo, Cloud City Boba, these $1,000 minifigures. Lord of the Rings, 150 Bilbo at best. I do own one of every Lord of the Rings figure. You may not see them all because they are sealed away, a few variants, but I do have them. And you will see many duplicates to certain figures. That doesn't mean I have duplicates of the set they came in. I bought a lot of figures separately because while I do have one of every set, I don't need, 5 of some random Lego set. I'd rather build a mock of that theme. After counting, there are exactly 500 pure Lego Lord of the Rings figures, not including my purest figures, not including anything sealed in sets, or any animals. Alright, let's begin. Azog the Defiler, Yazneg, the Pumpkin Gundabad orcs from The Hobbit, the Moria orcs with a CMF Fright Knight from Series 19 torso or breastplate. I want to spice up these official figures. We have some Hunter orcs from The Hobbit. They have a special leg piece compared to the Mordor orcs, which just have that plain dark brown. Some of them have the Uruk-hai helmets. Others have the hair pieces. And then we have the Uruk-hai, the fighting Uruk-hai of Isengard. About 20 of them have the printed handprints on the sword, on the shield and the helmet. The rest of them are a little less expensive, less rare. Those handprints are really sought after for one reason or another. We've got a bunch of these official, authentic banners from the Tower of Orthanc set. Some Lurtz minifigures. And two Berserkers hiding in the back right there. 2 Pirate of Umbars or Peter Jackson, one with the Mandalorian style cape. And then Wormtongue, Grima Wormtongue, and Saruman the White himself. The one in the back has plain legs. The others have that decorative printed leg piece. And then we have our goblins. I don't have as many of them compared to the other types. Here is Mouth of Sauron, the Witch King with a Reinhardt from Overwatch helmet, the Nazgul or Ringwraiths, the Witch King again, this one from the Hobbit. I wanted to show you these guys glow in the dark. It's so cool to look at. Very difficult to pick up on camera, but let's cut back to the video. Sauron, or the Necromancer of Dol Guldur from The Hobbit. Not a pricey figure at all, if you're looking to get into the theme. Gollum, or Smeagol, both the bright-eyed and the narrow-eyed versions. The Dead Men of Dunharrow, led by the King of the Dead. Not as cool as the Witch King, but still cool. The 3 Theodens from Helm's Deep. And then my Rohirrim, both the Rohan Archer and Eomer from the Uruk-hai Army Battle Pack. All authentic Lego, guys. 2 banners from the Helm's Deep. Aragorn, Strider, Elisar, whichever name you prefer for him. All 2 variants. The Lake Town Guards, underrated figure. Nice shoulder armor I put, fully kitted out. Led by the Master of Lake Town and Bard. A couple different variants of him. Boromir, Gandalf the Grey. Again, different accessories, slightly different figures. Gandalf the White, probably my favorite figure, or at least I told you that in my last video. Radagast the Brown with that feather piece, Beorn, and Gimli, son of Gloin. All from the sets, not the dimensions. Thorn Oaken Shield, Fili, Keely, Dwalin, Balin, Oin, Gloin, Dory, Nori, Ori, Bifor, Bofor, Bombor, and then Dane Ironfoot, one missing that epic helmet. Now we move to the elves. We've got the Wine Dudes, Thranduil, the Elven King, unnamed in The Hobbit, but that's his name. We learn in other Tolkien legendarian books. We've got Haldir, Galadriel from Lothlorien, Arwen Evenstar, Elrond, and Legolas Greenleaf with, again, a Mandalorian-style cape. Again, no dimensions variants, just the straight ones from the sets. I do need to pick up the dimensions sets, but I have focused on the actual sets themselves. Here is Tariel, some Mirkwood guards, and Mirkwood archers. These are from like the Mirkwood army set. Notice one is missing his head. I'll have to add that later. The hobbits, we have Frodo Baggins, Samwise Gamgee, Pippin, Merry, and Bilbo, of course, including 3 of the Target exclusive Blue Kilt Bilbo. Very rare, most expensive figure in the theme. Bane, also from a Target exclusive, and he's a human, but I forgot to add him earlier. Here we have the big figs. We've got the cave trolls, and we have the Goblin King and Treebeard, and this little purist Sauron build I made a few years ago, although I see he's missing the horn or claw. All right, second shelf, we've got some wargs, a few of each variant, and a ton of the eagles, only one from the Hobbit with the extra printed part on it. I think either all of them are Gwahir, or maybe only one of them is named as Gwahir in the sets, but who knows. All of the horses, these ones on the left in black, are for the ring race. They were given to Mordor by Rohan as tribute, and Mordor sort of made them more evil, and that's why they look so weird, or so evil, black, red eyes. The rest of the horses are from my Rohirrim. We've got a few different colors, including the new ones. I like to have that little spice of variety. We've got the Mirkwood type deer. I picked up those for my Mirkwood elves. The spawn of Ungoliant with the spiders, Shelob, and Mirkwood spiders. And then now we move on to Smaug, and then my purest Lord of the Rings figures. This dwarf, the Isildur that I made for my channel. He's my profile picture. This elf with a nice torso and legs from a Harry Potter figure. I want to get that same figure. There's a glow-in-the-dark version that could work really well with the Army of the Dead purist figure. Here are my Rohirrim. These are sort of mismatched. That with authentic Rohan helmets and the Viking CMF helmets, they match certain characters and figures, including here's a purist Eowyn. She's got a old Hermione Granger head. The never made Knights of Gondor I used in my Minas Tirith build. They have a heroic knight torso, and in the back the Rangers of Ithilien. I like to make purist Lego Lord of the Rings figures, so there's an example on the right of using some extra parts I have. I plan on making Tom Bombadil and some other figures I have ready to go, just need the parts. Here are my elves of Rivendell. I see a lot of people have caught on how to make these. It's just an Atlantean figure from DC and Barriss Offee from Star Wars. Pick-a-Brick built logo. In this bin, I have polybags from Lord of the Rings. Let's get that Halloween VIP out of the way. And check out this stuff. We've got this Legolas polybag, nothing special. And then these Good Morning Bilbos from the Hobbit pre-order video game, as well as the Lord of the Rings pre-order Elrond with a weird looking cape. The rest of the stuff in here is just the same identical Lake Town Guard polybag. I always want to army build every kind of army I can. So if I want to build a mock, I can do it regardless of the setting for Lord of the Rings. So that's why I bought like 20 of these polybags a bit ago. And I got them for a good price, so happy with that. Here's a Mirkwood Elf theater giveaway. This was handed out to people. Nothing too special except it comes with a card. Technically, I am missing a few of the polybags for Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, like an Uruk-hai, Dol Guldur, Gandalf, Good Morning Frodo. Nothing big. That's it for now. I know I like watching army videos, collection videos of minifigures and stuff, so I wanted to show mine off for you all. I do have videos of some of this stuff more in depth if you want to look at my older videos and see some of them. I also built Minas Tirith in Lego using some of these figures. So if you're interested in Lego Lord of the Rings, you might want to subscribe and look back on past and future videos. Thank you guys.